Hello, Libra. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to look into your no contact love reading and see what you need to know about this connection right now. We'll explore the energy between you both, their feelings, their thoughts, and what may be coming next. So take what resonates, leave the rest, trust your intuition, and let's see what is going on for you. Okay, so I feel like you've really had a massive impact on this person. Like it's a deep, heavy kind of influence that's made them completely rethink how they see life, how they see themselves, and even what they believe they're truly worthy of. This energy also touches how they view relationships, loyalty, and commitment. It's shifted their whole perspective. And I really feel like this person has a strong urge to tell you just how important you've been in their life. They genuinely want to express the role you've played in lifting them up, guiding them, and just being there when they didn't even know how to handle themselves. It's almost like they want to say, thank you for being you. And thank you for all those talks, for being patient, for really understanding me even when I wasn't easy. This individual is carrying a lot of feelings that I feel they've never fully expressed to you. And when those deep, heavy emotions come up, they tend to pull away or run because it makes them feel a total lack of control. This is also someone who's been in relationships before, but nothing quite like what they feel for you. It's different, it's intense, it's grounding, it's transformative. And I feel like they're finally realizing just how rare and significant this connection truly is. I get the feeling this is someone who, dreamed about a person like you, like even before you were around. But now there's just so much fear. They have this deep fear of failing you or not being good enough. They're scared to fully commit, worrying that you'll just pull the rug out from under them in a, you know, bait and switch. That energy just terrifies them. They just think that if something feels this good, the opposite must also be true. So I feel like this person understands this duality, but the part of the duality they have with you is the good part. It's just that, you know, this good part is also forcing them to change so they can actually grow. And what they're figuring out is that they can't just return to their old ways after seeing this. This new perspective you've shown them, it's this open door. And I feel like your person just can't pretend it's not there anymore. And I'm also getting that, they feel a need to tell you something significant. Okay, so I feel like your person, is someone who can put on a front for everyone else. It's they're thinking. I love that you can see my truth, but it also scares me too. It's they've um always had to maintain some kind of image, even, trying to be something they're not just to keep up appearances. But with you, none of that matters. Doesn't matter if they were cranky or, if they acted like a player who didn't have feelings. The truth is, this is someone who has always craved a deep intimacy, and it's the kind I feel only you can really offer them. For some of you, this person even tried seeking that intimacy elsewhere almost, to prove that what they felt with you wasn't real. Maybe it's because you're different, or you just don't fit the mold of who they thought they should be with. But the thing is, you just see the real them. They might say, I'm not hungry, and you'll just be like, yes you are, I made you food, sit down. And they were hungry, they just wouldn't say it. You just have this way of knowing what they need. But I also feel that this same person has been pretty selfish when it comes to your needs and like giving back to you. And I think that you'll see moments, or you'll see bursts of time or space where this individual will open up emotionally. And for some of you, this is somebody that may show how much they love you or how much they care about you through a level of intimacy that doesn't necessarily have to be the act itself. It could just be those intimate moments. But I also feel like it's the way that you look at them where they know that you see right through them. They know that if they tell you that they're okay and they're not, that you're going to say something like, yeah, that's not true. And I also feel like with your person, when you were ready for them, they weren't ready for you. And I feel like this is somebody that was sorry because maybe at the time they felt like they were ready. But I also think that they weren't counting on you being who you are. I think that they thought that they could approach you. I think that they thought that they could talk to you the same way that they handled other people, not realizing that you are a reflection of them. So you're going to mirror to them everything that they've wanted, but everything that they've told themselves they can't have. You're going to trigger this person in ways that maybe they weren't ready to be triggered, and vice versa. Because I also feel like with this person, their inability to communicate, their inability to express their truth to you is also, I feel like, at times left you a bit befuddled. Like, even confused or questioning whether or not this person really does love you or really does have feelings and emotions. Because for some of you, this is somebody that's not come right out and said it. This is somebody that avoids emotions. And the reality is, they feel like you deserve way more than what they're able to give you. So there is that comparison, right? The collective has X, I have Y. Am I able to provide, right? Am I able to be the person the collective deserves somebody different? Whatever it may be, there's something here about them feeling like they want to be able to offer you the world. And I also feel like instead of falling short with you, what you're going to notice is that they'll just change their energy or they'll completely flip. But the moment you're about to walk away is when this person rushes back in. And it's something about changing. Your person knows that they need to change. Your person knows that they need to do things differently. But again, I also feel like they're worried about falling short themselves. There's something here with this person's solar plexus chakra that's directly impacting their throat chakra. They're not confident with who they are. So, confidently expressing, hey, I really do love you. Hey, yeah, I wasn't ready at the time to, take that step. I felt, more comfortable watching you from afar. I felt more comfortable watching you, whatever, that I did with actually coming forward and saying something to you because I just didn't want to disappoint you. This is also somebody where if it's a 50-50 split where they need to phone a friend on whether or not you're going to react a certain way, they're going to do what's more comfortable for them. This is not somebody that's typically used to stepping outside of their comfort zone. And taking that leap of faith is also something that they stated. Also, too, I don't intend to come and go. I'm just overwhelmed when I feel you're moving on. And scared when things are going too well. Because I think it's very similar, right? When things are going very well, and like I feel like this is an individual that's not been happy for a really long time. But when things are going too good, even for you, you may notice that you self-sabotage at times as well. But this person, it's in totally superiors and plotting perfect, consistent raise what corresponds from a promptler exception. Um, whatever. Be riding this high that they also know that that low is so low. So for them, it's like, let me bring it down a notch so that I'm not sitting in that level of intensity. There is an intensity. I do love you and want to spend time with you. You're dealing with somebody with significant childhood wounding where there's been issues. And I also feel like with your person, it feels like there's a lack of direction where you're in a place where this person just wants you to know exactly what they want from you without them saying it. But for some reason, for some of you, you need this person to say it to you. You need this person to communicate to you exactly how they feel or exactly what they want from you. This is somebody I feel that really does limit their time with you. It's like something that makes them so excited, but they also have to work themselves up in order to see you. They're trying to limit their one-on-one because they feel themselves slipping or they feel themselves losing a level of control. For some of you, this is definitely can be a twin flame. You're my secret mystery, fulfilling my every fantasy. They have a lot of fantasies about you. They think about you constantly. And I think the beautiful thing about this situation is that it's like your souls are dancing. Even if you and this person are at odds, even if your logic is telling you to go, to run, there's 19 red flags and counting, right? Your soul remains stale, or not stale, but stagnant in the sense of your soul remains in a place where you want to run. And what you're going to be able to see for some of you, that you can't run away from this person because your soul is set on them, and or your soul is sedentary, where your mind is saying run, but your heart is saying there's something deeper here I need to understand. There is a deeper understanding to this situation, even when you don't want to be understanding with that person. Even when you're upset with that person, you may even say, I'm never going to talk to them again. And then a week or so later, there you are messaging them, thinking about them because you're getting certain downloads pertaining to them that you can't ignore. And that's why this person is coming in here and they're saying, listen, I know that we have a connection that's different than anything else that I felt. I know that I've denied it, but I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving. This person, God and the universe and your ancestors are showing this person that you're right for them. And I feel like what you don't realize is that you really triggered this person's spiritual awakening. But not only have you triggered this person's spiritual awakening, but you've also encouraged them to follow their North Node. With that energy, I feel like you're triggering your person to take action on things that maybe they typically wouldn't. But also you've shown this person the truth. And again, the fact you've given me the time of day blows my mind. Again, I feel like this person for some reason feels like you're better than them. Whether it's the way that you look, whether it's the fact that you're different, I think that this person, believe it or not, has probably fantasized about somebody that looks just like you, but they may have dated somebody different. But the reality here is this person is just in shock, because how can somebody like you love somebody like me? And I feel like they needed time to really like examine everything. They needed time to figure out, were they crazy?
For some of you, this is somebody that was like, there is no way the collective likes me in that manner.
Right.
It was love at first sight and my first true love, and nobody can take it away from us.
It was an energetic feeling. It's like this person knew you, their soul was drawn to you. They've been watching you in a way that I feel like you may or may not know, but they also understand. And I feel like this is somebody that tried to ignore it, the significance of your energy. But it's like this is something that they can't ignore. I'm sorry if I ever made you question your worth. You're incredible inside and out. But again, I also feel like because this person had image issues with how they view themselves, whether that's from a child, whether that's never feeling like they're good enough, whatever it may be. I also feel like the way that they treated you or the way that that was then projected upon you, that could have had you questioning yourself. That could have had you questioning whether or not you are good enough for this person. Because again, I think you and this person have a very similar wounding. But this person acting insecure, what it shows is like, oh, you're not good enough for me. But that's not the case. It was them that was feeling that way where they tried to push you away. They tried their hardest to really remove their energy from the situation. But I don't think that they can. They also feel selfish because they feel like you give to them more than what they give to you, which I do understand that because based on the energy it is coming in like that. This is also coming in as like they're showing me a boat and this person on a boat traveling. So your person may be traveling, they may want to travel with you. But I also feel like this is about the art of adventure. It's like this person is being encouraged to step out of their comfort zone and go on this adventure. Step out of their comfort zone and do the unthinkable. I also feel like there is a very older type of energy. I don't know why, but it's coming in as like a pirate energy, ironically enough. And I don't know why. Maybe that's because somebody tried to really come in and take something that wasn't theirs from you or from your person. But this is somebody that knows what they want. And I feel that X marks a spot. So I feel that this person has actually really diligently laid out. There's somebody here that's laid out a plan in place in order to make amends with you. In particular, if you and this person are not speaking, or if this person hasn't come forward and completely articulated their truth to you, it is coming, but that they had to work on things in their own right. I feel like this is somebody that's constantly battling themselves about the relationship because they feel like they've not done the right thing. This is somebody that's really in their head with whether or not they've given it an opportunity to succeed. And they're also beatings up at this point because they know for a fact, for some of you, that they lied, that they weren't honest, that they pushed you away, that they knew exactly what you needed, but instead they turned a shoulder to you. And I feel like this is somebody that's going back and forth with whether or not they can uphold or withhold. Uphold us are wedding it every day, whether or not it's the capability of being what you need them to be, because falling short to you, that would be one of their greatest regrets. Sounds a bit dramatic, but I feel that the reason your person came and went was because one, they couldn't stay away from you, but also I think that this person wasn't ready to completely change. And they knew that in order to give you everything that you deserve, they had to let go of certain aspects about themselves, whether that's third party energy, whether that's a certain lifestyle, whether that's a mentality, whether that's letting go of how they view themselves, whatever it may be. This person at the time, they could have even told themselves that you were better off without them. This is somebody that goes through intensive highs and lows. Definitely can be bipolar or have some type of emotional issue. This emotional issue, I feel like, was created prior to the age of 14. So there was something that happened with your person at a very young age or up to 14 that really made them feel or kind of created that emotional issue, where their emotions either weren't acknowledged or this is some type of mental health thing that developed during that time period. But your person feels divinely guided because what's weird about the situation is that your energy also helps heal those emotional traumas. Your situation helps heal those mental traumas. There's something about your energy being very healing to this person where you were definitely divinely guided to them because they needed you. I do want to get together, have a family, have a home, have it all of you forever, and call you my own. This is somebody that really does fantasize about you and them being together. Um, I think the idea of love scares them. But again, this is somebody that really does think about the long term with you more than probably what you realize. Every song I hear reminds me of you. It doesn't matter where I am, who I'm with, you always come to mind when I hear certain lyrics. This is also somebody that's listening to sad songs on repeat. They could have even wrote or written songs about you, poetry. This is also somebody that can be a great artist in some sense, whether that's a painter, photography. There's something with this person where they're very creative and you are this person's muse, is what they said. That you inspire them to write, to create, to whatever. Because this person finds you extremely attractive from the head to the toes. They may love your feet, okay, for some of you. They may like your hands. They may like the way that you carry or the way that you present yourself. But I also feel like with this person, with I want to be vulnerable with you, I'm just afraid you won't believe me. There's something that I feel like this person needs to come clean about either the past, about why they handled certain situations, why they went about certain things the manner that they did. And I feel like they know that they owe you this explanation. I want to be vulnerable with you, but I'm afraid you won't believe me. It's like this person is scared if they come to you and they say, "Listen, I messed up." And the reason I messed up was because I was scared. And I was scared because of X, Y, and Z. It's like I feel like this person also wants to say to you though that part of the reason that they were scared was because they were wondering if it was all in their head. But they know that it's not. That it's just them trying to block whatever, they really do deserve here. And I feel like with this individual, they're realizing nobody is comparing to you. And I think that this person has also acknowledged that, they risk losing your love. And that was ultimately the last thing that they ever wanted, because this is somebody that knows your worth. This is somebody that feels like they're not good for you, so that's why they leave. This is somebody that can't handle when you're upset or when you're angry. This is somebody that's tried to move on from you, move on to other people, but they never can. Because I'm telling you, this is somebody that has a very deep emotional feeling for you. And I feel like they want to open up. I feel like they want to talk to you. I just feel like with this person, they get scared. And then they go into this little tiny bubble where they detach themselves or they even imagine what type of life the two of you would live together. I just feel like this is an individual that felt like you were perfect, but also I think that the people around them just didn't understand exactly what your connection is. So, in particular with this, I've been trying to get advice on what to do with our connection, but nobody understands it. So again, this is somebody that's sitting there saying, "Hey, I've never felt anything like this before. I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm being forced to change. I feel like there's parts of me that are changing where I'm no longer interested in having conversations or small talk with people that aren't worth my time." I'm no longer interested in low vibrational activities or discussions. It's changing them. And I feel like with this change that's coming, your person is having a hard time navigating the change, which is why they're reaching out to people around them saying, hey, have you experienced this? But the problem is the people they're around are not in the best light. So when this person is saying, do you feel this? Have you felt this before? The people around them are like, no, you're crazy. You're being a fool. You're a fool in love, or whatever it may be. Why is this person trying to get advice on the connection? Strength. Because the reality is this, right? Here's coming in with this Leo energy. Your person has kind of been tiptoeing through the tulips here with this strength card. 814 may be significant, but your person has been going back and forth right now, really trying to balance their energy, but also they're trying to work up the courage. They're trying to work up the strength to approach you because they know that there's something here with you that either they've been holding off communicating, or there's something here that they've really been working on that you don't see behind the scenes. Your person is elevating, but it's also once you elevate, you have to get comfortable in your new skin. This is something that has to be adjusted to. You have to learn whatever new aspect or attribute that you have. And I feel like with this person, they're coming out of a significant change, but they're still a little bit wobbly. They're like a baby that just learned how to walk or just is now trying to gain their balance. That's why I feel like with this person, they know that you've been patient and they're really trying to be strong right now and keeping their energy grounded and making sure that they're looking at everything. Because for some of you, you may have kept your distance from this person. This is definitely coming in as Sagittarius energy, but also too with Moon and Sag, this is somebody that was more comfortable keeping you at a distance. They would rush in like this Knight of Wands. You and this person may have very passionate love making, whatever. And then it's like, wow, that's intense. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Because it's coming in where they want so much love, but it's like they rush in and it's a sugar high. Or it's like it's something about your energy where it shocks them. So this person once was trying to talk about, have you ever loved somebody but wasn't able to be with them, or was scared to be in their presence? Sorry. And they didn't phrase it like that. But I also feel like they were talking to this person about the significant setbacks in your relationship. So that and how they feel that they're being directed right now to change, or trying to incorporate a level of change. You have double fives here as well. 55 may be significant. You may be a life path 5. You can be born on the 5th. But it's also about this person changing from their own way of doing things and having a balance between the spiritual aspect, the spiritual realm, and also the religious realm. And I feel like with this person, there's something here where they're shutting their eyes. So what they're seeing, they're not focused on that. They're focused on their heart. They're focused on their intuition. And I feel like with this person, they're getting ready to come forward because they're in a definite planning type of energy. This is an energy where it's all actions, primarily Mars and Aries. I'm taking action. I want that. I'm going to go get it. But I feel like this person needed to make sure that they were viewing the pros and cons. And they also needed to make sure that they dotted their I's and they crossed their T's. Because whatever action they're getting ready to take towards you, it is going to shift and is going to change the narrative. Not only for you, but also for them as well. So with them planning, that's why they're asking these people. For some of you, they're planning on marrying you or they're planning on moving forward when it does come to you. This is the next step. So if you and your person were doing well and then all of a sudden they pulled away, they want to go to the next step with you. For some of you, they're detaching from a marriage, from a relationship, or from a social group in order to come forward to you. This social group at one point was their identity, okay? And this is about this person making a definitive decision pertaining to this seventh house of love, of partnership, of business. And that's why they're really sitting here and they're really working on it. Okay, this is somebody that is actively working on making the changes and the different items that are necessary. And now I want to say this because I feel like this is something very significant. It's wands and pentacles. Now, the reason I like this energy is because there's action that's being taken in order to solidify something tangible. Okay, so what does that mean? It's not a cup saying, I love you, but this is somebody that's saying, I love you, but they're also giving you something tangible to prove it. I love you, here's flowers. That's them physically showing you, that's them taking an action and to ground your relationship in the 3D. This is also somebody that may have been taking classes, may have been studying something. They could be trading. This is also somebody that if you work with them, they've been working from home a little bit because they're really trying to separate their energy in order from you in order to process how they feel. I also am getting heavily with this person that they're working on removing any type of contracts that are not meant to be there. And I'm telling you, there's somebody here that they're talking to. It definitely can be a counselor, it can be a priest, it can be somebody here that this person is comfortable enough. Either they don't know your person to that extent, or this is somebody that's known your person and your person trust without a shadow of a doubt that they're not going to be jealous, that they're not going to be spiteful. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, there is going to be a significant amount of jealousy in connection or associated to your relationship. Because one, you guys are happy. Two, you guys are going to thrive in this seventh house type of partnership because you both are putting in the work. And believe it or not, you both are the same in the sense where you self isolate. And I feel like that's something this person is realizing. But whoever this other energy is, they're coming in here really giving your person advice on how to open up and how to communicate about the situation in a manner where it comes to them opening up emotionally. Okay, Mercury in Cancer. Now, with this Mercury in Cancer energy, where it is very emotional, this person is saying, listen, you can say whatever you want to this person, but based on what I know, okay, based on my experience, if you're not going to do the work, if you're not going to plan, and if you're not going to have something consistent or something to offer them, your person is going to run away. And they're not going to take you serious. So they're really working or collaborating with somebody. For some of you, they may be planning an event. This could be somebody that's, planning on taking you out but wants everything perfect. They might be planning a vacation, or for some of you, even a proposal. I keep seeing flowers, like really beautiful flowers, and it's not just white flowers, but there's also pink and red. There's something here about roses being a very distinct symbol, so that energy is definitely strong. Some of you may even have a rose tattoo or like a lion tattoo if you're a Leo, or maybe that's prominent in your chart. I'm also picking up on the number 88 that's showing up as significant. And I feel like there's a secret that your person really needs to share, but I'm going to leave that out for now. I'm also skipping this wisdom card because I want to focus on the advice because I really feel like this is someone who is either older than them, or if they are the same age as the person they're focused on, it's someone they just met or don't know deeply yet. The main thing I'm seeing is that your person is really working hard, like really putting in the effort to become the kind of person that you deserve. They know that, they feel that, and it's motivating them to step up. All right, guys, that's all I have for you for this reading. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.